Like she's biting herself. So do you feel any better?
No, not at all. And you see me, I'm skinny, I haven't eaten, I
Yeah.
can't eat, I don't want to eat.
You're gonna.
Shaking at this point, like, she won't talk to me, she doesn't want to talk to me, and I get it. I don't know what happened yesterday between, like, everything that she said to me that I told you a little bit about. I don't, what happened, you know? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't see what happened in between the time that I talked to her on the phone when she was at lunch to where I just ended up in IHOP's parking lot for like 3 hours. I don't get it.
Well, you do have that problem. Sometimes you say things that it makes you seem angry because you have like an angry tone in your voice sometimes.
I wasn't mad yesterday. She poured herself out to me. She poured her heart out to me, Jordan, and when I read some of the stuff that she said to me, it broke down, man.
Uh,
And I wasn't mad. I was really happy, even though I didn't say it to her.
Maybe you should like express how you are more than just being mad. I mean, just show her how she makes you feel. I mean, whenever you were with her, how did she actually make you feel?
I don't know how to explain that.
Well, you acted a whole lot different than you were with any other girl with her. I mean, you actually looked happy. You're actually nice to everybody, and you just had a smile on your face every day. I mean, she made you.
She was my best friend of my life. She fit. And I never considered marrying anybody. I never gave anybody an engagement ring before, but
Yeah.
she was gonna be the one. And I still feel like she's the one for me. But at this point, I feel like she doesn't want me. She doesn't want anything to do with me. I think she's just gonna move on if she hasn't already. And
You're afraid of that.
yeah, I've been petrified. It's 5 years of my life with her, and yeah, it hasn't been all, you know, sunflowers, daisies, and rainbows, but
Fun and games.
you know, I mean, I own up to the last, like the 2 years or whatever, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna say that 90% I think is me
Mm.
as far as all that goes. I will own that every day. I will never dispute that. She's right, and for how I treated her for 2 years, Jordan,
You
I
don't know
deserve
how
this.
she could have stayed.
I deserve this. I really do. But like, she just why would she tell me all of that yesterday and then just not talk to me? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand. I just don't understand it.
I don't know. I think she's afraid of you still being how you used to be and just changing right back into that.
No, I'm not. She won't know it through a text or a Facebook conversation. I have to be able to show her, and she's not here to see it. I can't, and I just need that one shot. I'm telling you, if I just had one opportunity, just to show her that I could do whatever she wanted. I could be whatever she wanted.
You'd
I
do
could make her
anything to
happy.
get her.
I'd do anything for that girl. Anything.
I've never seen you cry over a girl before. You need to get her back.
She doesn't love me. She's gonna move on. She blocked me from the phone. She just reads the messages I send her on Facebook. She doesn't want to talk to me, Jordan. I deserve this. This whole crime thing or whatever. I deserve that. I just didn't think I'd be without her. Not like this. Why wouldn't she just tell me? Why wouldn't she just say it was over? Why wouldn't she just tell me that she was breaking up with me?
I
And
don't think she wants to.
just a few weeks ago, she swore up and down that she wasn't gonna leave me and we were gonna make this work. And even yesterday, she sounded like we were finally gonna get everything together so we could start to build our lives together and get out of here.
Exactly. That's why I wouldn't give up. I mean, I know you don't want to give up, and I know it seems like you have to, but
She gave up with me.
you don't know that.
She left me.
Yeah, she left you, but that doesn't mean you give up just because you're not in the same place.
She's not. I mean, as far as I look at it, I think that we're not together. I guess we're broken up. I don't know because she never really said it. So, and just because I said it was over, if she didn't show up, it's not really what I meant, and it's not what I meant. I just want to think that she wouldn't just leave me like this. And if she was with somebody else or she found somebody else, I'd like to think she would have at least told me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Give you enough respect for that. Just to tell you.
She always said she would tell me if she was ever going to leave me for somebody else or if she was going to do anything like that, she would just leave me.
Exactly.
Now, I don't even know where we stand. I have no idea. Can't get a response from her on anything. And I know I'm probably not the most favorite person to see or talk to right now. I understand that. I haven't exactly made things easier for her, and I regret it so much.
You wish you could take that 1 minute back and just feel great to talk to her again. And if you could go back in time and change how you were, you would.
Not instant. I knew it was going to be like this. And I never wanted to hurt her. Never. It was never my intention. I mean, even now, like, I feel like I would beg and beg and beg just to get her to even say one thing to me. Just one thing.
And then when you get that one message from her, you feel like the happiest person in the world.
That'd be it. If she would just say anything to me now, other than just kind of leave me in the wind, I don't know what to do. Sick. I quit wrestling today, like officially. It's on my. I mean, not that it matters, but I told everybody I was done. And the way I look at it, with wrestling, you know, I've been doing it forever. It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Some change. If I can't fully put myself into that, like my heart's not into it, my head's not into it, then I have no right to be in that ring with those people, or with anybody that I'd have to work with, and the people that pay to see me. And that doesn't just like extend out to wrestling. It goes to other parts of my life, and the only other thing that I remotely care about in this life is Emily.
I know.
And I feel awful that I didn't give her the attention she needed and deserved. I wasn't here for her when I needed to be. And like, I've said a lot of this stuff to her before. And I know
Well, it looks like to me you kind of took her for granted sometimes. Like a lot of times you did.
I really did, and that is the worst feeling in the world. And if I could talk to her, I don't know what I would do to try to say it differently. I don't know what I would do to. I just want her to understand that, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Not just because we're in this situation, but
You finally see how you actually were.
it was a monster. I am a monster, or was, because honestly at this point I don't even feel like that anymore.
You're too weak to do anything. I mean, not meaning anything, but you are seriously weak. You look like you haven't eaten, you haven't done anything but lay in the bed and just cry. Like, I heard you crying yourself to sleep last night. And honestly, that is the most heartbreaking thing I've ever heard.
What am I gonna do? I'm by myself again. Like, yeah, I could end up dating whoever, but it's not gonna be the same because I'm not gonna allow myself to get close to that person. So why would I even bother?
You don't even want to date anybody else.
I don't, because the only person I care about is somebody that doesn't even want anything to do with it anymore.
I just hope y'all two work this thing out, because y'all need to. Because I've never seen you like this I've never seen you like this at all. Girl or no girl, there has never been a problem big enough to where you are like this, crying.
I deserve it. If I could say this to her now, she could hear it, not ever that I couldn't deal with you treating me like how I treated you. I think what I used to say was, what I used to tell her was, not that I couldn't deal with it, it's just that I didn't want to deal with it. When in all actuality, it's painful. It's very painful. And nobody deserves that. I would say that, truly, I'm sorry. Sorry I hurt her. Miss her,
I know you miss her. One thing I know for sure.
It's 5 years of my life.
If you got her back, what would you do?
Everything. It'd be different.
You'd be
Everything would
completely different?
Yes. We do the same old thing we used to do. Just minus all the bullshit because of me and my anger issues.
Yeah.
I've changed. I can't show it in the text message. I can't show it on Facebook, and I can't just do it over a phone call.
I know. Like, if she just gave you one chance and she just came here and just talked to you, she would realize it.
If I could just see her long enough just to have a conversation with her, if she decided after that that she didn't want to be with me anymore, then okay. At least I seen her one last time. The last time she was here was a really good day. It was a week ago.
You didn't think that would be the last time you ever saw her again.
Okay. If I could just, even if it was just for 5 minutes, I could say all this. If I could say what I really, just everything that I want to say, I'd do it. But she needs to know, like.
You don't feel like she knew.
She won't hear it from me. I mean, I just feel like even if I said it to her, she would still have her doubts. But, I mean, you see my face.
Yeah.
Crying. I look bad.
You look like...
Can't eat. That was my life. She is my life. And if I've said it to her, but if I somehow this works out, and she hasn't actually left me yet, for the rest of my life, I would be grateful, Jordan. I can't even begin to stress everything that I would do. Everything that I would do so different.
You wouldn't get mad either, like you always did. You'd be...
I've gotten better at controlling it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, like, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, sometimes it's gonna, but it's not gonna be like, not like it ever was.
Every relationship has their problems, but that doesn't mean that they should just give up because of one little problem. I mean, if that's all y'all do.
She's got stuff going on with her life, and I wish I had been there better for her.
And so if you didn't yell at her so much and talk at her, if you just talked to her and she could explain it, yeah, and she didn't, I don't think she felt like she could talk to you because you would always just yell at her. You wouldn't really understand how she was feeling about that, and just talk to her and just be there and tell her that you love her and you'll support whatever she does.
Don't you think I would?
Yeah, you would, but does she know?
Now. She won't even hear it. I could sit here and I can send her another 20 messages, Jordan. She's not gonna reply to anything. Like I said, she blocked my phone number, so I can't even hear her voice anymore. What? It's coming back. I just had one shot. Just one more chance. Just to do it all over. I would. But I feel like at this point, Jordan, that she's gonna move on. That's all she wants to do is move on. I mean, you've talked to her. I don't know, and I shouldn't have took that phone from you yesterday while I walked in the door.
Yeah.
So stupid. I know that in retrospect that probably looks really, really bad.
Yeah, like you weren't in the room and I was talking and you just took the phone. It didn't look bad, but I knew you were hurt and you wanted to talk to her. But
she just doesn't want me anymore. And that's how I feel about it. Like, she doesn't want me. she has anything to do with me. So at that point, I don't know why she would have sent like all those messages that she did. Yeah, I mean, the ones that I like that you see and read, you know, I mean, I could go through it right now with you. Let me see. I can't even. Here's one. I think this is how it started off our conversation yesterday. It was like, I don't know. I don't remember. This is like 11 o'clock in the morning. She says, "You really don't understand how much I want and need you. I know my actions haven't matched up with my words, and I apologize from the bottom of my heart. That always have some shit going on. All I think about all day, every day is how I can't wait to be with you all the time and get married and start our lives. You aren't getting any younger. When you proposed to me, that was the happiest day of my life. I've never had someone make me feel so special before." And then later, she says, I think this was like the next message. I don't remember because I didn't say it right. But it says, "You're going to give it all up after 4 months. I understand you're fed up, but it's not worth throwing away 5 years. We were meant to be together, and we were obviously brought back into each other's lives for a reason.
Exactly.
I've loved you for so long. I've never been more sure in my life. I've always been afraid of commitment. That with you doesn't scare me at all because I know who I want to spend my life with until the day I die. I want you to be the one by my side. Please believe me." She said all that, and that broke me right there.
Exactly. It was 5 years.
That is all that I ever wanted to hear. Like in these trying times, that right there was it. That's really when I made my decision. Like, yeah, I told her several times I was gonna leave and all this stupid shit, but
You don't mean any of that
I
now,
don't.
do you?
No, I never did. I never meant it, and she'll never know it. She said all that, and it's just like, I feel the exact same way. Like, she doesn't know how much she actually meant to me because I never really showed her. I never gave her that.
You
And I
never
should've.
showed her how much attention and how much you actually loved her like you should have.
And then like now that I'm in this situation to where I don't even know if she's technically with me or not with me, or this is I don't know what this is, because again she hasn't straight up told me that we broke up.
Mm-hmm.
At least usually I think that's how that works. And I don't know. I mean, I think she's gonna find somebody else.
I'd be so heartbroken if she did for you. Honestly, I think that would be the point that you actually just give up on everything. I mean,
I would kill myself for this. And that seems like an exaggeration.
no, I know it's really not. I mean, that.
I would do it in a heartbeat because, quite frankly, Jordan, and it's not just because I'm hurting and upset. I don't have her. I have nothing. And it's just how it is. Like, I just don't. The same things that she just said to me is the same way I feel about her. All of this. And it's just, I don't understand how she could say all of this to me yesterday in the morning, and then by about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, totally just throw out the 5 years. Throw out everything she just said to me.
Well, that's why I've been trying to tell you 5 years. You can't just walk away with no feelings. You can never.
I feel like she cares,
I feel like she does too.
but she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to be with me. And maybe that's just what I need to accept.
I think that she just doesn't want to be treated how she's been treated. She wants to
I'm not
do
gonna
better.
treat her like that. It's just so hard to get that across.
But you gotta show her that you can't. Like,
I mean, I know I have to really get a better handle on this anger thing, and I'm willing to do that. I want to be able to show her. She gave me
you just
one.
gotta prove it to her.
I want to. Don't you think? Like, I don't like this. I'm losing my mind, Jordan. I'm losing it. If I could say it now, I would just say, Emily, I love you, and I'm sorry, and I hope that somehow you forgive me for all that I've done wrong. I hope this isn't the end of me and you. It can't be. It's been 5 years, but I would do anything for you. I hope you understand that. And, even if I could just talk to you now for 4 or 5 minutes in person, that would. You're all I ever wanted. And I've one day give me another chance to redeem myself. And if you don't, I at least want to try to be friends. That's all I got. I don't want to be here anymore. That's all I gotta say.